Okay, what's up, guys? So, the official What Culture channel, which I am not. Oh, on my gaming channel. I was just like, because I was for certain I subscribed to these guys. But, anyways, yeah, What Culture, they had went on and uploaded a video called 10 Dumbest Decisions Ever Made in Horror Movies. This was uploaded last year. So many videos from last year I didn't react to. But, anyways, yeah, I feel like that there are some dumb decisions that I've seen in movies where it was like, you guys really made that decision. Okay, cool. I can't really think of any, but the one that I did remember was the movie The Forest. And that was about that suicide forest thing. I know people are gonna be like, what, with Logan Paul? Because I know everybody knows about it. They most likely don't know about the movie, but they do know about that whole situation with Paul and stuff. But anyways, with the movie, sorry if I spoil it for you guys, but if you don't want me to spoil it, then I don't know, because I'm recording this video and you guys are just exit out the video and things, and then go watch that movie, then come back and watch this video and so on. But anyways, yeah, so I remember in that movie where the girl, she went out there and was like looking for her sister, of course. And then it was like towards the end when it was like she cut her wrist and then she died, and then the sister came out and stuff and was alive and well and things. I would have to say that's probably a dumb decision on the writer's parts, because I'm like, bruh, that kind of made me upset. Then she like, went into the ground, the sister that cut her wrist. I'm like, really? What? Why would they end the movie like that? Like, the hallucinations and stuff, cool. Like, she's seeing things, cool. I don't mind that. Stuff jumping out and scaring her. I'm like, alright. But that ending, I'm like, really? Like, that was, to me, I would have to say that would have been a dumb decision in the movie and stuff. But no. There might be some other decisions. I feel like the one decision that they like, common in horror movies is that when they're being chased by some creature or some ghost, they always like to run in the house. They'll hide in the room. They hide. I'm telling you right now, I'm running out the front door and I'm gone. If I can't go out the front door, I'm going out the back door. If I can't do that, I'm jumping out of a window. I am leaving that house. I am not going to still stay in the house. That will probably be a common dumb decision made in horror movies. But anyways, like, let me just go ahead and get on with this video and stuff. Make sure you guys go subscribe to What Culture for more videos like this. And that being said, let's get into this video.
Characters in horror movies are little more than cattle to the slaughter, but that doesn't excuse the many harebrained decisions they've made over the years. From tripping over while running away, to investigating creepy sounds in dark places. Occasionally, terrible decision-making can be overlooked. When a masked killer is hot on your heels or a ghost has materialized, the stress alone is probably enough to addle your mind. But characters who get what they deserve are a staple of the genre. I'm Rue from What Culture, and this is 10 of the dumbest decisions ever made in horror movies. In at number 10, Wolf Creek, giving the psycho killer his rifle back. The worst thing about the Australian outback isn't getting lost in its vast, unforgiving expanse, it's running into the sadistic psychopath known as Mick Taylor. The Aussie serial killer racked up a sizable body count in Wolf Creek, its sequel, and its recent TV spin-off series. But his reign of terror could have been stopped early on if it wasn't for the stupidity of one of his victims. In the original movie, the character Liz is captured by Mick, only to escape fairly quickly. The psycho killer ends up in hot pursuit. The pair clash, and Liz shoots him in the neck with his own sniper rifle. This is impressive stuff, but what she does next defies logic. Instead of triple-checking that the gunshot actually killed Mick and putting an extra bullet between his eyes for good measure, she discards the firearm right next to his apparent corpse and leaves. Of course, Mick isn't dead, and the rest of the movie is him basically taking Liz out and her friend Christy with that very rifle. On to number 9, Halloween Resurrection, trying to unmask an unrestrained Michael Myers. Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode was a cut above the dumb teens who fell victim to Michael Myers in the first 2 Halloween movies. But by the 8th installment...
I know they made that 3rd Halloween. If you guys seen the 3rd Halloween, my mom's a giant fan of that one. She loves that one. I don't like it. Because Michael Myers wasn't in it, Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't in it. I'm like, what was the whole reason for that? They should have called it, because they called this Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. No, they should have just called that mess Season of the Witch, not Halloween. They then took that time, then people are going to be looking like, what did that have to do with the series? But anyways.
But her peers' stupidity seemed to have rubbed off on her. The opening act of Halloween Resurrection sees the Shatner mask-wearing killer stalking his sister at a mental hospital. But this time, she's ready. Luring her stalker to the roof, Laurie snares him in a trap and has the chance to put an end to him for good. Michael is suspended from the edge of a building by his ankle. Only a length of rope prevents gravity from doing its thing, but just as Laurie's about to cut, she has a flashback to a really dumb incident from the previous film, in which she killed a paramedic in Myers' mask after mistaking him for the real deal. So she has to be—
Oh, so that's... Okay. Okay, that would make sense, because it was like, I always thought, like, you know, okay, he died in that one, why did they make more? Like, I thought he was like some alien creature that just never died, but I mean, he is, because they ain't shot him and stuff, but I never knew that. Let me go back and, like, let me rehear that again.
She has a flashback to a really dumb incident from the previous film, in which she killed a paramedic in Myers' mask after mistaking him for the real deal. So she has to be sure it's him this time, which is fair enough. But she seemingly forgets that Michael's arms aren't restrained while she slowly reaches for his mask and attempts to remove it. Of course, her brother retaliates and turns the tables. How exactly did she think that was going to play out?
Wow.
In at 8, Saw 2. Both hands in the razor box.
Oh, I remember
Saw 2
that.
illustrated the old "look before you leap" adage in gruesome fashion with Jigsaw's razor box.
I remember
the
that.
easiest trap in the series to escape from unscathed. In a moment of sheer panic, Addison Corday placed both hands inside the box containing wrist-slashing blades and died a slow and painful death as a result. All Addison really
I
had
remember
to do
that.
was take a
That
deep
saw was
breath
pretty
and
good,
obtain
but
all of
dang.
the facts before deciding how to tackle the problem at hand.
Oh my god, that just looked
A
painful.
quick glance at the other side of the box would have revealed a lock with a key already inside it. Okay, so Addison had inhaled her fair share of nerve gas by this point, but it should have been painfully obvious that haste and Jigsaw's traps do not mix well. 7 is Paranormal Activity, mocking the demonic spirit. There are some do's and don'ts that you have to abide by when an evil entity takes up residence in your home.
I just want to say, Paranormal Activities was a really good series. I enjoyed those movies. They were pretty good.
And Paranormal Activities
Scary as all get out,
stupidly violated them all. Taunting and goading the evil entity is never a good idea. Yet the camera-obsessed moron brought home a Ouija board to wind the demon up against his terrified girlfriend's wishes. Calling in a professional to seek their advice is high on the list of to-dos. But when Kate brings one into their home, Micah treats him with contempt and refuses to take the situation seriously, something that takes pride of place in the don'ts column. It's these actions alone that cause the situation to escalate and ultimately spiral out of control, with Micah being Paranormal Activity's sole fatality. And boy, did he deserve it. 6. Scream. Trying to escape through the doggy door.
Yeah.
When Tatum Riley is confronted by
I
a
remember
ghost face
that.
inside
That
the
was
garage,
like, okay, because... it's like she should have known she couldn't fit out that door and stuff. So it was like, yeah, that was a dumb decision made in a horror movie. Because it's like, I'd seen that scene, and even before seeing this video, I'm like, a doggy door is made for a dog. Occasional cats. But not full-blown people. Like...
She has 2 options.
I'm calm.
Attempt to flee through a doggy door that's clearly too small to fit through.
Exactly.
Or fight him to the death. There are weapons everywhere in that garage.
Yes.
Tools and glass bottles that she doesn't wield creatively. And patio furniture that's heavy enough to do her pursuer some serious damage.
It's like, I tore that
if thrown
garage up
particularly
fighting
hard.
him.
But instead of taking the fight to her opponent, she chose to try and flee through the doggy
And then the fact she fell down. Like, no, go back.
But
She
instead of
falls
taking the fight
down
to her
before
opponent,
she
chose
gets-
to try and flee through
Look,
the doggy door.
tripping and
A door
falling.
that most dogs would struggle to fit through themselves,
Yes.
making her a sitting duck with a broken neck. Or making her a dog's dinner with a broken neck. 5 is The Fly, failing to assemble the rifle before the showdown. Towards the end of David Cronenberg's The Fly, a crazed and nearly fully mutated
I remember this
Seth
movie.
Brundle snatches
It was
Veronica
good.
from the hospital and whisks her away to his lab. Her ex, Stathis Barans, sheds his sleazebag persona and turns hero at this point, following the man-insect hybrid and the woman who's carrying his child.
I'm just saying, dude, I can't even think of his name, but he was messed up after he turned
back to its lair in an attempt to save the day. Stathis doesn't have much time to plan his rescue operation, but even so, his decision to assemble his gun inside the lab was sheer madness. The weapon was in several parts when he took it to Brundlefly's abode, and still inside a carry case no less. While the magazine editor is still piecing the gun together, Brundlefly leaps out of the shadows and catches him off guard, before assaulting him with his corrosive and utterly disgusting acid vomit.
Yeah, that was
failure
crazy.
To take a fully assembled and fully loaded gun into the lab ended up costing him an arm and a leg, or a hand and a foot, to put it literally. 4. Jeepers Creepers. Entering the plant after being attacked by the trucker from hell, and then witnessing him disposing of a dead body down a dark
That part was so
pipe,
crazy. Then him just staring at them, like, that would have creeped me out alone. And then the fact that he got on the road, like, you are talking about true fear. Like, thinking of something like that scares the life out of me. Because it's like, I wasn't even supposed to see that. But then I did, but I wasn't supposed to. I would have never, I know. As a matter of fact, I probably would have just went, I have found a way around his area, you know, of his business that he's doing and stuff. And almost like I just went back home. I'm like, no, I can't deal with this. You know, he's like, he's cool, content with what he's doing. I'm like, I'm cool and content with what I'm doing back home. So it's like, you know what? I can't be in a situation like that. This man done tried to kill me. Like, I can't. I'm sorry.
Response would be to get as far away from said pipe as possible.
Exactly.
And contacting the authorities at the first opportunity. For some inexplicable reason,
they decide to no, because they ain't have no signal. I remember that they ain't have no signal. But they could have, you know, because they did drive to that diner and they could have called right then and there and stuff. But nah.
Course of action is to investigate the pipe themselves and find out what's lurking down there. Darry is the worst of the pair, as he reckons it's a good idea to climb into the thing.
Who's seen 3?
Who's seen from decades past didn't even happen. At least his sister, Trish.
Who's seen Jeepers Creepers 3? Just throwing that out there. Comment below if you did or not. How'd you feel about it? I mean, it was definitely one of those, like, movies that should have been. It was probably sci-fi's biggest movie ever.
Some metaphysical satire to
their biggest title.
Warning her sibling that the audience are going to hate him for making this very stupid decision.
I did, because I'm like, why would you do that?
Part in scary movies where somebody does something really stupid and everybody hates them for it? This is it.
3 is
that'd be funny if they just looked at the camera and stuff, or she looked at the camera, but no, it was good though.
And
what she was saying was
dealing with Damien. In the Omen remake, time is of the essence when Robert Thorne realizes it's down to him to vanquish the Antichrist, who turned out to be his son, Damien. With the law in hot pursuit, stalling was certain to be catastrophic. For a man who knows what's at stake if he fails, Liev Schreiber's US ambassador,
the original one, I don't remember the new one,
evil, taking a moment to recite a prayer before dealing with his adoptive devil son. Stalling is what proves fatal for Robert and probably humanity during the unseen aftermath of this remake, since the police soon catch up with him and stop him with a bullet. In Omen lore, sticking one of the sacred daggers of Megiddo into Damien would have been enough to extinguish his physical form, so with more haste and less prayer, Robert would have been halfway to completing his job. 2. I Know What You Did Last Summer, stopping to look back. I Know What You Did Last Summer seriously trolled the fans with Helen's death. All Sarah Michelle Gellar's character had to do was keep on running, and she would have made it to safety. But
I remember
in a
that.
move straight out of the horror movie cliche Bible, Helen stops and looks back to see whether the hook-handed fisherman had caught up. And this alone is what got her killed. A few steps further, and she would have left the dark alley behind and caught up with the parade march, finding safety in plain sight. But apparently nobody told her the golden rules of slasher film survival. Even the teens in Scary Movie had stronger survival instincts than this. And in the number 1 slot, of course, Fear.com, ignoring the killer website warnings. Fear.com is a forgettable Ringu knockoff about a website with fatal consequences for anyone who logs on. But the stupidity of its main characters will live long in our memories. When Stephen Dorff's detective Mike Riley gets to the bottom of the mystery, he promises his fellow investigator Terry Heston that he will never log on to the site himself. But 5 minutes later, guess which website he visits? When Mike is carried off on a stretcher, screaming at Terry and pleading with her never to make the same mistake as him, you would think this warning would be heeded. She's seen what the website can do firsthand. But nope. Terry also visits the lethal URL, and all hell breaks loose. Fear.com can almost justify having Mike log on to the site, since he's personified as obsessive where his investigations are concerned. But both of them? Clearly this level of abject stupidity is more contagious than 28 Days Later's rage virus. Which horror movie decision did we miss? Leave a comment below with your suggestions, and in the meantime, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Don't have nightmares.
No, it's like horror movies. It's not. Them jump scare ones don't get to me. But I'm trying to think. Like, it's usually I know, like, House on Haunted Hills. That was a good movie. Because no, it was the '90s one that they made. That was like that'd probably be one of my favorite horror movies. I would probably have to say it would probably be them for staying in that house or in that abandoned asylum, and it's like. Still, well, I mean, I know that they got like locked in there, but it's like it's just those movies where they put themselves in that situation where it's like, okay, that's your fault. Okay, that's completely no. I would have to say the dumbest decision, okay, in a horror movie that was left off of this list would be the movie called The Visit. Now, I think that's what that movie was called. Let me just look it up real quick. The Visit. Yup, that's the movie. So, that movie, if you guys don't know what that movie was about, so I'm going to just tell you guys, okay, what it's about. But if you don't want to hear it, then I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe if you are new. Subscribe to What Culture, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. But anyways, okay, now if you want to just see why I feel like that this movie should have been on the list, because, so this movie was about these two kids, okay, and it was one of them, like, camera movies and stuff. Not like, like the professional camera, but it was like if the actors are recording and stuff. So anyways, so it's about these two kids. They visit their grandparents. Okay, the reason why I say it like that, because I'm going to get to that part later. But they go to visit their grandparents. Grandparents is acting all types of crazy. Alright, all types of crazy. So anyways, cutting all the way towards the end of the movie, the daughter, because that's how the daughter that's how the kids was contacting their parents or talking to the mom. They would like talk to her through like FaceTime or one of them like video chat things. So anyways, she's all like, Mom, Grandma, and Grandpa are acting weird. What's wrong with them and stuff. And then the mom's just all like, oh, well, it's all like, I don't know, let me see them. So then the daughter goes and gets the laptop, puts it up to to their window, and then she's like showing the mom, the grandparents. So then this is the part that tripped me out. This is the part where I've been like, okay, why am I still here? So no, the mom is like, sweetie, those aren't your grandparents. Like, my mind was blown at that point, because I'm like, no, what is she talking? She's like, sweetie, those are not those aren't your grandparents. Where are your grandparents and stuff? And I'm like, I don't know, I never even seen them. But why did the kids still stay in the house? That's the part that tripped me out. That's the part where that was a dumb decision on themselves, because no, this is what happened. They eventually, the crazy, because it was actually to escape patients from this crazy home, and then they were just pretending to be these kids' grandparents and stuff. And so, yeah, so anyways, they eventually had caught on to it, the to escape patients and stuff, and then was trying to kill the kids. But so no. So yeah, the grandmother was trying to kill the daughter, and then the grandmother was trying to kill the daughter or the granddaughter, and then the grandfather was trying to kill the grandson. But what the dude did to the kid, to the son or the grandson, he goes and he gets, because the dude had like a pooping problem, just poop his pants out of nowhere. Right? It was weird why they added that. Like, you wondered why they added that to the movie, but it was like, okay, that's just weird. But anyways, he does that. He pooped. He had a poop diaper. Man had a poop diaper on. Took the poop diaper off. Smeared it in the kid's face. You're talking about snapping. The kid snapped. He killed the old man. But you're I would have done. The house would have had to been burnt down. I'm like, seriously, cut my whole face. So no, we're doing a John Travolta and Nicolas Cage thing. You cut my face off and you replace it with somebody else. Because I refuse to live with this face knowing that I had another man's doo-doo on it. Alright? I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. So, anyways, yeah, that was, I had to say that was probably the craziest movie ever. But the kids, that was a dumb decision on their part for still staying in that house. Why? I don't know. But it's like, because my thing is, as soon as my mom would have been all like, those aren't your grandparents, I looked at my sister and say, you better run, and you better run as fast as you can, okay? And I have been busting that door down because they were outside. They were outside, okay? And that's the thing that I just don't understand. The two escaped patients' grandparents was outside, and the kids, it's like, bruh, I would have had my jacket on and my shoes and would have been gone out that house, okay? Gone. Alright, and it's like, that's the stuff I just don't understand. Like, you had your opportunity to escape. They could have just been like, oh, we're gonna go out and record some videos and stuff. Because that was like their thing throughout the movie. They were like, oh, we're gonna go out and record a little bit. And that's what I did. I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go out and record a little bit and stuff. I've been straight up just running down that street, just track star, gone. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna let, they look like they could have probably been like over 60. So that's the thing. I'm like, you really are, come on now, you really think, look, I'm gonna relax because that movie gets to me and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my rant about that movie and also the original video and stuff. Make sure you guys go subscribe to What Culture. Please like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, and peace.